Hello my lovely Scorpios, welcome to Earth Rose Tarot. How are you doing? Thank you so much for being here. This is going to be a general tarot love reading for Scorpio in Sun, Moon, Rising or Venus. This is a timeless reading, it's for whenever you come across it, and it is a general reading, so it won't resonate fully with every single person who sees it, but I hope that you do find it useful. Please do always take what does resonate and leave what doesn't for somebody else. The roles can also be reversed. Anytime I'm saying this is how you feel about them, this is how they feel about you, or anything I'm describing, if it is resonating for you just with the other way around, please just go ahead and reverse the roles. That's absolutely fine. If you're new to the channel, then huge welcome. Thank you so much for trying me out. I really appreciate it. And if you're a returning subscriber, then thank you for all your amazing support. I'm so happy to have you here again. So, my gorgeous Scorpios, I'm going to jump straight into a spread for you today with the top 6 cards, and we will find out about you and the person who's coming through in this love reading for you today. I'll be asking lots of specific questions and getting as much detail as I can for you. Okay, so for Scorpio, please, for their love reading today. Did just see the Ace of Swords like really prominently showed itself to me whilst I was shuffling. So let's see if that factors in at all, but just to mention it. So for Scorpio, please, the top 6 cards. All right. Oof. Damn. Oh. Wait, let me look at the bottom of the bottom of the deck first. Oh, no, okay. Scorpio, this is the nicest. Now, for anyone who hasn't been here before, I get 3 layers for the spread using 3 different decks, and then I go through it. But this first layer, stunning. Chef's kiss. Love it. Best thing, best first layer I've seen in a while. Okay, but we all know tarot can be like and go in different directions, but it's a strong start. At the bottom of the deck is the 3 of Wands. Oh, lovely. Okay. Oof. Okay, so this 3 of Wands talks about someone who is very positive about the future. Very optimistic of being able to, like, not just optimistic, that just suggests it's like belief. It's not just like blind optimism. This is belief that the future that they want is going to manifest. I mean, underneath the 3 of Wands, you've got the Queen of Pentacles, the Wheel of Fortune, the World, the High Priestess. I mean, this is very strong energy. I mean, the Wheel of Fortune, the World, and the High Priestess. That is a combination talking about, I was saying about like this faith in the future, that things are going to turn around, things are going to get better, things are shifting, and also there's a faith in the universe here as well, I would say, with this combination, because the Wheel of Fortune is an element of fate and destiny. It is the wheel is always turning, but also we don't turn the wheel as like mere mortals. The wheel is turning around us, is like almost getting this sense of like the great design, the great universal design that we can't even comprehend, how all of these, like this giant web of all interconnected elements, web's not probably not the right word, or like it's just everything is connected in such a precise and beautiful formation that is outside of our comprehension, but it's there, and it's like everything is coming into place at the right time is kind of what I'm getting. Now with the World, that is also this, I'm just going to cover her up slightly, there we go, but you see like this cosmic energy that's around her with this also I'm getting like creationary energy, like this is almost like the planets forming. This is an element of something, again, outside of our comprehension of like the beauty and the mastery of the universe. There with this High Priestess, this is also like things that are you can't necessarily put into words this, but this is something ancestral, very, very deep, like things that have been written like eons ago. I don't know how to explain it. I don't normally get this kind of message, but of course for you, Scorpio, I'm getting it. It's very powerful. But I mean, it just feels right as well that this is what's going to be happening. With the Queen of Pentacles, that is Earth energies, Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus. It's a very strong sense of abundance, success, but also beauty and elegance. Wow, there's just a real sense of confidence in the future here. Okay. So, it's a good start, Scorpio. Let's get your second layer. For Scorpio, please, with the top 6 cards from this deck. Scorpio's love reading today, please. Okay, 4 of Pentacles just fell out in reverse. But this 4 of Pentacles is upright. It's not that great an energy. It's actually someone very miserly, but also like a little bit Machiavellian, who will, or it doesn't have to be a person, but it's like an energy of being used, being like taken for granted, but also being taken from. But it's in reverse. You could have recently found out that someone was just using you, and finding that out means that you've been able to like let them go, cut them off, move on from them, to someone who may well actually just appreciate you a lot more, Scorpio. But that's not going to be for all of you. Maybe a bit of a side message there, but let's carry on. Okay. Oh my gosh. I'm like holding my breath whilst I put this second layer out, because I'm like, it can't all be positive again. And it is, holy crap, Scorpio. You have the Emperor and the Empress on the spread already from different decks in different positions, but still, I've only got 6 cards from 2 different decks, so that's pretty special. Wow. I really feel like you may have recently freed yourself from someone who didn't have that much to offer you at all, but saw you as someone they could just take from when it suited them. They wanted to keep you stuck on them as well, is kind of what I'm getting. So at the bottom of the second deck, we have the Knight of Wands, but underneath that is the Four of Cups, and then underneath that is the Tower. So the Knight of Wands is very, it's like someone who will give you lots of attention when they have their eyes set on you. But if there's another day when they've got their eyes set on someone else and you want a bit of their attention, it's like, get away from me. I'm not talking to you right now. I'm focused on this person over here. But it's like it's quite hurtful and careless. Like just someone who is fickle and who is all about themselves. Like whatever they want in that moment, that's more important than considering anyone else's feelings. They're just thinking about themselves, their own desires. Now, I feel like if they showed you that side of themselves as someone here, I am kind of getting that this is, there's two different people coming through in this reading, because there's no way that from what's on the spread this is the same person. If that you were dealing with someone like that, them showing you that side of them which was so selfish and disregarding your feelings so brutally, maybe really shocked you. But it kind of shocked you out of being under their control, of, you know, being under their spell. It's freed you to actually, it's kind of, you maybe realized how much you are willing to give to that situation, but how little you were getting in return. In fact, when they felt like it, they could completely shut you out of their life. It was completely on their terms, whether, you know, but when they also wanted to, you know, they were in your, like, nurturing. The Queen of Pentacles is here again, by the way, right near the top. So there's strong earth energy again, but it's just, the Queen of Pentacles is that kind of nurturing, lovely. She's like the hostess with the mostess. Even in this deck, she's surrounded by animals and a little baby, and all like the harvest as well is all around her. So it's just like someone who you want to be in their company, because they make you feel really special. They look after you. They've got that very gentle energy, which obviously is why there's animals pictured with her, because they can pick up on that kind of thing. So they're very nurturing, loving. It's like this person, there was someone here, Scorpio, who loved getting that vibe from you when it suited them, but when it suited them to completely be like, why are you even talking to me, like, I'm clearly busy with someone else right now, then you would get left out in the cold. So realizing that may have been horrible, but it also released you from, you know, settling with that, basically. Okay. Interesting. All right, let's get the third layer for the spread, and then I'll go through it. Can we be 3 for 3 in terms of lovely layers? I hope so. We'll see. So, can you get the top 6 cards one more time for Scorpio, please? Scorpio, the top 6 cards one more time. You could be meeting someone, by the way, Scorpio, who is like a single parent. You don't have to be, but I am getting that as well. But I as in, what I'm getting so far is that you would be aware of that. It's not like they're hiding that. It's just someone who comes with a child, potentially a daughter. All right. It's a little bit of challenge, but to be honest, if all these cards had been positive as well, I'd be like, something's up with the reading. Like, wow, my gosh, it's still pretty damn good. It's still pretty damn good, Scorpio. It's just a little bit of challenge, but we'll dig into that. The bottom of the third deck is the Star. Wow. The Star is Aquarius, it's Major Arcana. The Star is also on the spread. You've also got the 6 of Wands twice, I've just noticed. Page of Pentacles twice. Wow, okay, let's see what's going on. Oh, interesting. So, with this, so we got the Star. Underneath that is the 8 of Pentacles, the 4 of Cups, the High Priestess again. The Star with this 8 of Pentacles combination is, you did not give up when things may have been really hard in your love life. Obviously, this is a love reading. You maintained the faith that things would get better, especially if, because we already saw the 4 of Cups underneath the Knight of Wands there. I was just talking about it. And now it's here again, third card down. So if you had been being overlooked or ignored by, particularly, you could have felt like you were getting that from a lot of different people, but getting more like one specific person that was very important to you, and you felt like they were overlooked you, or they were ignoring you for the sake of like superficial interactions with other people. But this could have been someone who likes attention, and also like is drawn to other people who like attention, kind of thing. They feel like that's an attractive quality. Not saying it's not. It's just it's like they want to talk to the shiniest person in the room, kind of thing. I mean, but even so, or whatever was going on there, which was making you feel like overlooked, you didn't give up. You didn't throw in the towel. Not necessarily about them. I'm not saying you kept trying to like get their attention when they were treating you like that, but it was like, it almost gave you it was like the impetus or the catalyst for you to improve yourself. Now, again, I am not meaning that you were like, well, I'm going to go to the gym 7 hours a day and then they'll look at me, then they'll be sorry. I'm not getting that, but I mean, like, it was like this person overlooking you, you were like, I don't know, I do understand this. It's like, I'm going to be so successful in my life. It could have been a slight element of like, to prove that I am worth more than being treated, which you were always worth being treated better than how this person was treating you. But I am getting like it was a little bit of like a catalyst. Now, whether it was in the gym, whether it was about your physical appearance, your health, your fitness, or if it was, I'm getting a bit more about your life. Like this could have put a fire under you to do really well. It's almost like I'm getting like like in Hollywood teen movies where there's the popular boy that the nerdy or the nerdy girl likes, and he's like, screw you, nerd, or whatever, like I wouldn't go out with you, but then it's like that was the that lit some sort of fire underneath that girl, to then by the time they meet at their high school reunion 15 years later, she's now like CEO, looking incredible, successful, impressive, powerful, and of course now the jock wants to like date her. That's what I'm getting from these cards. Now, it may not have been specifically aimed at this person. It may just have been that you did not let this situation drag you down. In fact, you used it as like fuel for your fire to do more, to like work harder in your life. You transmuted, I think is the right word, this shitty experience into, you use that energy to actually pour into yourself. Very commendable, completely understand. And also this was like, I will not give up on what behind the High Priestess is the Ten of Cups. It's like you were like, I'm not giving up on what I know is the happiness I will have in my life, that I know I will have, for the future, just because of this jackass, basically, is what I'm getting. Wow. All my days. See, at the other end of the deck now, we have the Wheel of Fortune and the Three of Wands. Bearing in mind, the first deck, I was talking about the Wheel of Fortune and the Three of Wands, and now they're next to each other, this deck as well. Wheel of Fortune, Three of Wands, the Emperor, Queen of Wands, the Sun. Wow. I mean, effectively, and the Emperor, as I said already, spoilers on the spread. So this is a major turnaround. This is a bit of a reward as well, Scorpio, that no matter how poorly you've been treated by people overlooking you or using you in the past, there is major positive shift happening where you have been, with all that hard work and not giving up the faith, you have been heading towards your Emperor. And a lot of happiness. Also, with that Queen of Wands energy, this could be talking about the fact that you've regained your confidence. Like it's almost like there may have been someone who you were really down about the fact that they were ignoring you, but something has switched in you. Like something's clicked where you're like, wait a minute, I'm great. Like, screw them, basically. And it's now this new energy of getting your self-worth in order, and it's like having this powerful element to you, that of confidence and loving yourself as well, is actually heading you straight towards an emperor. So let's get into this spread, Scorpio. How you're feeling about the person who's coming through in this reading. We've got the 8 of Wands, the 3 of Pentacles, and the 5 of Swords. So one slight fly in the ointment, but here we go. So the 8 of Wands and the 3 of Pentacles is this feeling of, well, this feeling that there's communication flying back and forth between the two of you. It also talks about momentum. So it could be that it started small and things are building or will be building. This is positive forward movement. It's also moving forward quite quickly. So if you haven't actually started speaking to this person yet, things are going to move quickly once you do. But in a very, I'm getting like a very natural way. Not in like a weirdly fast way. The 3 of Pentacles is also like this element of being interested in what this person has to say, being interested in their ideas, being interested in collaborating with them and getting on the same page with them. This is like you guys might have great conversations where the two of you like make plans, or if there are any things you're discussing or debating, it's like the two of you come up with solutions or ideas together. I don't know how to, like, it's very specific, but it's like, you bounce ideas off of each other, and it could be small things or individual, personal life things, or it could be like about the world. I'm kind of getting that the two of you might have big conversations about what you would do to, like, if you could, to improve the world in some way. But then we have this 5 of Swords. Now that is about communication as well, but it's a challenge. This is talking about maybe there could be moments here where you feel like someone out of the two of you, or both of you at some point, says things that they don't really mean, or they're a little bit brutal with their words, or a little bit cutting, as in, if you are having a debate, for example, this would be someone who takes it a little bit too far just for the sake of winning the debate, and says things they maybe later regret, or says things to... it's a bit of like a weird breakdown in communication that may happen at points with this person. It could be a little bit of like a power dynamic thing as well, of maybe someone wants, as I said, wants to win a debate or win a conversation, and as such they go a little bit below the belt in the words that they choose. They might end up upsetting the other person. So assign it as it, if that resonates, whether it's you or the other person, Scorpio, who has that habit. It also feels a bit like this is early days with the two of you talking and building something. Like it's... But then it's going very well, but then someone says something which is a little bit off or a little bit weird, which throws the other person, or... okay. Tell me more, please, about how Scorpio feels about this person. I mean, 2 more cards about communication. We've got the Page of Pentacles and the Knight of Swords that both came out. See, it's like they might challenge you to think about the other side of... this could be someone who plays devil's advocate, which I personally... really grinds my gears when people, like, a little bit is okay, but like, so I've got a couple of people I know who constantly play devil's advocate just for the sake, and it really annoys me. But this could be someone who like does that, or says things in such a way for you to like rethink what your point of view is. So many cards about communication here. So that's really key to basically to maybe the development of this connection. Why the Five of Swords? Yeah, literally. Hanged Man. I was just saying about like challenging you to think about things from a different perspective. Now, this could also be someone where, if there's been someone, Scorpio, where it's looking really good at first, and there's great communication, like great conversations starting to build. It seems, again, early days, starting to build with someone, and then there is this moment where someone says something and it makes the other person like, oh, I'm not sure about that. Maybe this isn't meant to be then. It feels like a bit like a little bit quick to judge whether it's you or them, and everyone can do that, so there's no criticism in me saying that. It's just reading what the card's giving me. It's like maybe a bit of a snap judgment about, if someone shares an opinion which is like, oh, instant red flag, or if someone has that opinion, then they're a bad person. Do you know what I mean? There's this sense that with this Knight of Swords and the Hanged Man, you may feel like there was a breakdown in communication because of a moment like that, but actually with when you think about it from maybe another perspective, you want to keep talking to this person, or it's like they're challenging you with their ideas, and that's a little bit uncomfortable, but you do want to still see where this is going to go, because it's like starting off really strong. Anything else you can tell me? Hold on a minute. Anything else you can tell me? It might also be that communication suddenly stops, and you've been waiting for, or one of the two of you has been waiting for the person to text back or something, and you don't know why they're not, like why it suddenly stopped. It could be about that as well. Tell me anything else about how Libra is feeling about this person. Wow, Jesus. Okay. Well, this also, okay, I'm getting something here about like, you do feel like there is a huge amount of potential in the situation. But I am seeing that Scorpio, did I call you Libra? I'm really sorry if I called you Libra just a second ago. It's because I just did Libra's reading. Scorpio, I apologise if I did that. I can't remember. I just had a feeling that I might have. So Scorpio, you feel that there is a great opportunity for, actually, this could grow, this could expand. There could be a lot of good here. But it could also be that you're in a position where you're getting a little bit defensive of giving up your independence, because you feel like you're in a very strong position right now. So this could also be a bit of a defensiveness about actually getting into a commitment with someone else. You do feel like you have a lot to offer to someone, and it could also be with your previous experience and feeling like just realizing that you were being used. This could now have you in a bit of a defensive place with this person, to kind of maybe cut communication off prematurely, because there's this element of a little bit of fear about starting something new with them. Okay. Also, it could be like that they really stand their ground about their opinion about something. And it's this question of, I mean, can we compromise, or can we do this If they keep their opinion and I keep my opposing opinion about something, can we still build something together? Which I think you can. Obviously, it depends on what the opinion is about, but we can't agree with our partner on everything. So, moving on, how they're feeling about you, Scorpio. Well, we've got the Empress, the World, and the Page of Pentacles. The Empress being the first card out for how they feel about you is pretty fantastic. There's not many other cards that I would want to see there except for the Empress. That is, they feel like you are incredible. The Empress is the divine feminine. It's major arcana associated with Libra and Taurus. But they feel like you are very high value. And I don't necessarily mean about how much money you've got in the bank. You're just very rare, very unique, like a real gem to have discovered. They feel like they've found someone very special with a lot of ability to like really make their life better, and also the ability to make your own life better, just in a very high vibrational energy. I'm getting the sense they feel like this is the start of a major new chapter for them, with that World card being there again. They feel like you mark the end of one chapter of their life and the beginning of the next one. And it's starting out with like just a message. This could be, they also feel like you, with the Page of Pentacles can also talk like about a child. So they could also feel like you're someone that they could have a child with. I mean, the Empress can also talk about a mother figure. So it may well be that they feel like you're going to be the one that they go into that major next chapter of their life, which involves family and children. So let me see. Anything else about how this person is feeling about Scorpio, please? How is this person feeling about Scorpio? It also could be that this person really feels like you've leveled up. If this is someone that you have met before, I don't think it's the person who was acting in the Knight of Wands and disregarded you when they wanted to, although it might be for a small amount of you. But if this is someone that you've known before, they feel like you have really matured. And I don't mean like you've just got older. I mean, you've really like, they feel like you've really like stepped into yourself, of like your confidence, how you carry yourself, your empowerment. They feel like you're really impressive. How are they feeling about Scorpio, please? Oh, there you go. The World card. World. And bearing in mind that is one of the 3 cards that's already here. Just trying to do this in such a way to show you whilst covering her up. So, why the World? The Devil? Hold on. Why the Devil? Queen of Pentacles and the Seven of Pentacles. I mean, that's Capricorn strongly. Devil is Capricorn's major arcana, and the Queen of Pentacles we've already seen twice is here again, can be Capricorn's card. And then the Seven of Pentacles. This does give a sense of like, now with the Devil it could be that this person feels like you have put to bed or put to completion something that was like weighing you down, that was holding you back, that was keeping you small in some way, that you've got the devil off your back. I keep getting this thing about that you've matured. How do I put this? it's like your stock has gone up. I don't know if I like that or not, but that's what came into my head. Why is the devil here? Okay, we've got the Three of Swords and the Seven of Cups in reverse. So the Seven of Cups in reverse, it kind of talks about, like, Seven of Cups upright in this deck would be like illusions, deceptions, kind of all smoke and mirrors, maybe not necessarily seeing someone or people clearly. So this being in reverse, they could feel like you have seen through someone who was bullshitting you, basically, and who was hurting you. It's like this person, their respect for you has increased, and they now see that you are... I mean, it's a little bit judgmental. I don't know how I feel about this. But, I mean, it doesn't matter how I feel about it, but I'm just like... it's like saying this is like getting my back up. But it's like this person's respect for you has grown. And it's like they previously were looking at you thinking that your potential was to a certain point, and now it's like they feel like your potential is actually higher than that. Why? What? Tell me about the Seven of Pentacles. Okay. Oh, Three of Pentacles and the Six of Cups. Okay, so for some of you, this could be someone from who you knew in the past who, for some reason, considered that, well, I mean, maybe you're like, this is actually fair. I was still wrapped up in a karmic cycle with someone else. You know, there was still like a shadow hanging over me from a previous relationship that I kept going back to. This is kind of what it's giving me, that there was this, maybe a karmic influence in your life, and this person was aware of it and felt like, you know, obviously Scorpio is great, but it's never going to work between the two of us, because they have this attachment that keeps hurting them, but they can't see that for what it really is. So they're still under the thumb of that attachment, if you like, and they're still restricted by it. But from what I've seen from the start is that you had this moment of quite horrible clarity, which actually released you from something like a kind of a devil situation that was keeping you small. So in that, you have leveled up into this Empress energy, and now this person feels like, okay, the Scorpio and I could work now, because Scorpio has, like, my respect for Scorpio has grown, and now that they've worked through that themselves, I see that there is potential for the two of us to get on board together. So, I mean, in the past, there could have been like, maybe you were speaking to this person, you were starting to build something, but then maybe there was a point where it was, I don't know, if you were saying, oh, just to let you know, by the way, you know, I think you're great, but I'm still kind of wrapped up about my ex, or I'm still like, you know, it's still a question mark about whether this person and I are going to get back together again. Maybe communication came to a stop because of that. But if that's the case, then I'm getting from you that you feel like you actually have had a change of perspective and want to speak to this person again. Maybe they feel like that's it, like you have actually closed out a chapter yourself, and now things might be possible again. Okay, all right, I'll give this person a bit of a break. I was getting all like sassy about it there for a second, but okay. Carrying on, how is this person viewing you, Scorpio? Pretty damn nicely. So you've got the Star, the Six of Wands, and the Knight of Swords. So I'm just going to cover the Star up. So the Star, Six of Wands, and the Knight of Swords for how this person's viewing you. The Star on its own would be like, they think you are shining, you are like glowing, they think you are just really just doing amazingly. They're viewing you as someone incredibly special. Very, also like lighter with that star card as well. I want to say like you've shed a lot of unhappiness. You've shed a lot of darkness that was kind of clinging to you. They see that you have... The star also comes after the tower in the journey of the major arcana. So they see that you've done a lot of healing and you are really shining. And then combine that with the Six of Wands. I mean, the Six of Wands card is literally someone being applauded for their efforts, gaining the accolades and the rewards that they deserve from coming through a very difficult time in their life. So, but that combination of the Six of Wands and the star is like almost, they're viewing you almost like a celebrity kind of thing, whether you don't have to be, it's just that your persona, they're viewing you as just really shining. And then this Knight of Swords, they might be viewing you as suddenly getting back in touch with them. Or if it's not that, they're just viewing you as no longer holding back, saying what you want to say, speaking up very clearly, very succinctly, and also speaking your truth, what you believe, like standing up for yourself, not kind of hiding what you want to say because you don't have the confidence in your words. This is like they're viewing you as someone who's now got this new element of, I guess, integrity, but also boldness, which they really are admiring. So what is their current situation, Scorpio? We have got the Princess of Pentacles, which is like the Page of Pentacles, but a feminine energy, the Emperor, and the Five of Wands. So in their current situation, there does seem to be a little bit of conflict going on. Now, this could be family members. They could be the Emperor. Obviously, this is as I was saying, we have the Emperor and the Empress in the spread. The Emperor is the divine masculine. It can be a father figure, and it can be like a leader, someone that a lot of people look up to, or someone who has a lot of responsibilities and has people who rely on them, whether it's just one person or several. Now, with the Princess of Pentacles, interestingly, because I was talking about how they're feeling about you with that Page of Pentacles, which is basically the same kind of card, and I was saying this could be talking about a child. Now, they may now also feel about you that because of some toxic chapter that you've completely closed out in your life, that you can now be someone that they could introduce to their child if they have one. But if they don't, then that's not for you, don't worry about it. But in their situation, there could be conflict going on about their child if they have one, potentially with family members, or with the other parent of that child. Let's see, because really seems like they're in the middle of some sort of a lot of other people. Their situation is basically as many as 7 people, or them and 6 others that they're kind of in this mix with. It's not really telling me, it's just that they've got some drama going on with people. That's kind of what it's telling me. Let's use this one. What's going on here in this person's current situation? No. More people. So we've got the Queen of Cups and the Queen of Swords that both came out, and the Devil. Oh, okay. What's the Devil? The Emperor. I'm like clarifying the Emperor, and I was saying I want to find out what's going on with all these people, and I've got 3 more people come out. So the Queen of Cups and the Queen of Swords were the first 2, and then the Devil, which I just have to cover up, And I said, why the devil? And then the Emperor came out. So this feels like in this person's situation, they also have some baggage. So it's a little bit hypocritical that they're like, oh, Scorpio got rid of their baggage. Fantastic. We can move forward now. But this person clearly has some baggage of their own. Unless it's all connected. But I mean, could also all be connected. In which case the baggage was on their side the whole time. But this could be, I mean, Queen of Cups, Queen of Swords. This could be, oh, I'm sorry, I just said stop shuffling to talk. I looked down at the deck, at the bottom of the deck is the Queen of Pentacles. My goodness, which you've kind of come through as 4 times now, Scorpio. But I was going to say with the Queen of Cups and the Queen of Swords, this could be sisters, or this could be exes. Just people really giving this person a really hard time. It could be adult daughters as well, potentially. But these people are basically trying to restrict this person from making choices in their own life. Why? It's like trying to make them feel like, no, you can't do this, you can't do that, because you already have responsibilities with us. So tell me about this Queen of Swords. So we've got the Ten of Wands in reverse, the Ace of Cups, and the Page of Wands. Well, what with the Queen of Swords then? This is like, oh wow. Well, this person has made their choice to let someone go, effectively. The Ten of Wands in reverse is, the Ten of Wands upright would be like carrying this burden around with them and trying to, you know, continue to walk even when they're holding these 10 wands of burden, effectively. It's just dropping all of them, just letting it go. And that's about the Queen of Swords. So this, and then why? Because apart from the Ace of Cups and the Page of Wands, what came out was the Two of Wands, which is this person's situation, they've made a choice to go in a new direction and have a new start in love. And that has involved, obviously, letting go of someone else who was still in their energy. Maybe they weren't together anymore, but it was involving letting it go. It's like that person is not happy about that. Could have happened quite swiftly as well. This person could have delivered the message to them quite bluntly, and then been like, you know, we'll split everything fairly. I'll give you whatever you want that is fair to give you, and then it's done. And this person is like, no, you can't. They still want to have control over this person's life. So tell me about the Queen of Cups. Well, that's you. I'm sorry. You've come through as the Queen of Pentacles so many times that I completely forgot, Scorpio, that you're a water sign. I asked about the Queen of Cups, and we have the Ace of Wands and the Two of Cups. So, yeah, that's what's going on. This person, I mean, I don't get the sense this person was in a relationship anymore with the Queen of Swords. I think this may have been an ex, potentially a mother of a child that they have. But basically, they are like, what was their relationship with this Queen of Swords? Wow, well, it was not a successful relationship. The Magician in reverse came out, and the Six of Wands came out in reverse as well. And then at the bottom of the deck is the Six of Swords. So this is already done with this Queen of Swords. Like, this is already in the past. There was no attempt to try and make a future happen with this person anymore at this point. So this is not someone they were still with when they are like, there's something starting up between the two of you again, Scorpio, or starting up for the first time if that's the case. They weren't with this Queen of Swords anymore. In fact, they were, as far as they can, yeah, underneath the Six of Swords is the Ace of Pentacles. This is someone who was already, you know, in their past, but it's like they are telling this person, I'm having a new relationship, and this person is not happy. This could even be, it could be a family member, which is just very much in this person's business, but it could also be a friend who wanted to have some sort of hold over this person. And this could be like a friend where it's like maybe they crossed the friend boundary at some point, but now that this person's getting into or wants to start something serious with you, Scorpio, they're telling this, whoever that is, like, well, we can't do that anymore. And they are getting flack about it, basically. So the action that they're most likely going to be taking towards you next, Scorpio, we have the Ten of Pentacles, the Six of Pentacles, and the Page of Cups. I mean, it's a very nice combination. The Ten of Pentacles talks about this person is going to be thinking and approaching the situation with you, thinking about the long term. Like, everything they're doing with their actions here is with commitment and a long-term relationship in mind. The Six of Pentacles is also about giving, I want to say quite generously to you, because this Six of Pentacles card, there's one fish who's getting fed 4 pentacles and one fish that's getting fed 2 pentacles, and this person's view is straight towards the bigger fish. And it's almost like they're prioritizing you over anything else. So they're giving more attention and more effort to the situation with you over something else. Maybe there is something else that they still have to give some sort of attention to, but you're the priority. They're making you the number one priority. Also, yeah, they could be being quite generous towards you to make sure that you feel nourished and nurtured. It's almost like it's a complete flip from what you've been experienced of feeling used and taken advantage of for, you know, your nurturing energy just to be kind of at someone else's like beck and call. It's a complete flip to actually now you are being made someone else's priority for them. This person wants to nurture and look after you. It does also still seem early days though, because this is the Page of Cups, which is saying that their action is to show you that they care through real like tangible moves with that Ten of Pentacles, Six of Pentacles energy, but it's also to show you they care emotionally and what they're saying and just being thoughtful. But it's early days with the Page of Cups. Anything else? The action this person's going to be taking towards Scorpio. Hang on. Okay, all right. So the Six of Wands has come out. When the last card came out there, the Star is at the bottom of the deck. So we've got the Star and the Six of Wands basically again. We've got the Ace of Cups, the Hanged Man in reverse, the Nine of Wands in reverse, and then the Five of Pentacles and the Four of Pentacles came out on top of each other like that. And then when they did, and I should have showed you, it was the Three of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. So it kind of feels like, because you also feel like at some point communication grinds to or has already ground to a halt, maybe by someone saying something that really put the other person off, or put them, you know, they didn't like what was said basically, and it kind of stopped things. So it's almost like there's an element here of the two of you also coming out of the cold with each other, coming out of a bit of a struggle position, back to a position of revisiting the foundation that the two of you had previously started to build with the previous momentum that had been happening in the situation. So it's like it was literally 5-4-3 of the Pentacle cards, and I understand it now, because it's like it's a little bit of a step backwards so that you can move forward again in a more successful way. Because also when this is very much with how you feel with this Five of Swords, there was this strong energy of like, you can see things from another perspective, or you can see how they feel about it, or your mind might have changed about what happened with the communication there. So it's like you guys are maybe going back a little bit to then be able to move forward more confidently. So there could be, with this Page of Cups, there could be a little bit of a apology from this person, maybe for how things stopped before. But this definitely now is this focus on healing the connection. Wow. And yeah. No. Okay. This person might also have a bit of explaining to do on their side. Maybe they weren't clear about how something had ended with someone on their side before, or that an ending was still necessary on their side. Feels like there was a bit of information that they left out as well, which they kind of want to make right. I do see this element of this person, the action is to try and make up for the past, or if mistakes were made, maybe on both sides, they want to do their part to make it right now. So what's going to be happening between the two of you going forward here, Scorpio? I would say the next few weeks, next month from when you come across the reading, but there's no time in tarot, so that's going to be different for all of you. We have the Six of Wands again, the King of Cups, and the Two of Cups. I mean, if there is a struggle, maybe a little bit of a struggle, a bit of a challenge, you know, the first conversation could be a little bit awkward, or, you know, maybe not the first, but when you really maybe address the elephant in the room potentially at some point, could be a little bit awkward, but it's like you are actually coming out the other side of that quite successfully. There's this sense here of victory. I mean, the Six of Wands, I've seen it like 3 times now. Success, very positive progress being made, but also there's this emotional depth that's happening. The connection could be deepening in terms of your feelings for each other, because I mean, this King of Cups is getting in tune with their feelings, and then the Two of Cups is two people strengthening their bond. The bond is between you, the connection is between you in your head and heart, and starting to understand, I would say, emotionally, the depth of something that is between the two of you. It's really good. What can I say? Let me get this one. Anything else? What's going to be happening between Scorpio and this person going forward? The King of Cups is water energy. It's Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. In terms of major arcana on the spread, we also have Aries and Aquarius, Taurus, Libra with the Empress. That's it, really. And there's been a lot of Earth. Queen of Pentacles, a lot. mainly earth, water, and Aquarius, kind of what I'm getting. Anyway, it could be any sign. So what's going to be happening between Scorpio and this person going forward? Okay. The Queen of Pentacles for the 5th time. Just talking about her. Wow. So the King of Wands flew out. At the bottom of the deck is the Queen of Wands when that happened. Underneath the Queen of Wands is the Ace of Wands. King, Queen of Wands and the Ace of Wands. But then underneath the Ace of Wands is the Ten of Swords. Underneath the Ten of Swords is the King of Pentacles. And bearing in mind, the Queen of Pentacles is the first card that came out here. So that is 2 couples here. But there's also an ending and there's a beginning. So whether there is also an ending going on their side, on your side, I did see you kind of leaving behind someone who was using you very, like, selfishly. It could well be that this is just talking about the fact that really leaving that behind you, that being completely well and truly over, is bringing in this new beginning with this person, where there's a lot of passion between the two of you as well. My gosh, the King, Queen of Wands and the Ace of Wands. Anything else you can tell me about what's happening for Scorpio? Strength. It's Leo's major arcana. There's a bit of courage involved here about moving forward here, because there could be, at the bottom of the deck is the moon as well, as I say that. So the moon can talk about the fear of the unknown, what we can't see for sure. And then underneath that is the Ace of Wands again. I was just shuffling. So there's this kind of, underneath the Ace of Wands is the Eight of Cups. So it could be this sense of needing courage and emotional strength to embrace this new beginning, because it's nothing's guaranteed about what's happening here, but it could also be that embracing this new beginning actually involves completely, which I feel like you pretty much have already, but it would be the end. It would involve completely letting go of something that didn't work out, which I think you're going to embrace, and you're going to be strong to do so. But it's understandable. It's kind of like, you know, that situation is not manifesting in the way you want it to be. So you have already kind of chosen yourself in that regard. But embracing this, part of you knows that means you can no longer leave the door open for that previous person to sort themselves out and give you what you actually wanted in that connection. So it's like, it's your connection with this person deepening also seals the fate of that previous connection not happening. I hope that makes sense. But that's what I've got for you. Honestly, Scorpio, it looks really good. Obviously, there's a little bit of teething with a couple of situations, but it looks like the two of you have a great element of respect for each other, and this person really is going to be invested in making you their top priority. And the two of you are maybe even discovering the fact that there is a really strong connection between the two of you that you might have questioned before, but it's only going to be becoming clearer to you as going forward. So that's what I've got for you this time, Scorpio. I really hope that you found it useful, and I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you so much for watching and for all your support. Please do hit the thumbs up button for me if you haven't already. It just takes a second. It really helps the video and the channel, so thank you so much. And if you haven't already subscribed, then please do. I'd love to have you. And if it resonated, leave me a comment and let me know. I wish you all my best. I'll speak to you soon. Thanks, Scorpio. Bye.